What's going on, cat gang? It's your favorite YouTuber on the face of the internet, Harry here with two cats, and I did a pretty good Vigilante skin showcase slash how those skins look when they're attacking video yesterday. What I want to do in this video is go through and do a proper skin showcase, letting y'all know what every single level of every single tower looks like, because I haven't even seen that yet myself, and I'm excited to get a little more detail about these skins because they are actually the best skin set in the game. So on that note, go ahead and smash those like and subscribe buttons because this video is going to be so entertaining. I know you're going to forget. And here we go. The first tower I'm showcasing here is the shotgunner. This is the one I thought was the worst skin yesterday. I'm not saying that it's bad, but considering how good the other skins are, this was my least favorite. So let's go ahead and check that out and see if that's still true. This is a really cool skin. I love the colors. I love the design. I love everything about these that make them unique. I love the little fox on the gun there. But of course, with any skin, the level 0 is going to be the most plain. I don't see anything special going on here. He's got a mask over his face and nothing on his back. It doesn't look like these towers really get anything on their back. The main difference at level 1 is the shotgunner has gloves now, which is pretty typical for these upgrades. I don't see any other differences. Going to level 2, you can see that we've got a cooler gun. It goes from 1 barrel to 2. He's also got headphones on. Hey, kind of like the ones I'm wearing. And the fox face has moved from the front to the middle of the gun. But level 3 gets a really big upgrade. The tower now has shotgun shells on his shoulders. He's got some kind of a larger sweatshirt that he's wearing. It's got a hood on it. This is also where the back strap comes in, as well as some additional stuff on the tower's arms. And it looks like a strap across the chest. That's what the shotgun shells are on there. Now moving on to level 5. Of course, this is the coolest level as it is for all of the towers in the game. If there is any redeeming quality to this Vigilante skin, it is that fox mask. It looks really cool. And now I think I can say that this is the best shotgunner skin. None of the other ones quite live up to the personality that we have here. That's going to be common for all of the Vigilante skins. You can see that the gun goes from 2 barrels to 4. So overall, not a terrible skin, just my least favorite out of this specific crate. And next up is the Gladiator. This is my second favorite Glad skin, but you can see for yourself, this is an awesome skin. Even at level 0, he's got abs. This guy spends 16 hours a day in the gym to look like this. You can't look like this. This is next level. The mask is cool. The outfit is cool. Even the weapon being attached to his wrist is really cool. It's not the samurai sword that I was hoping they'd bring him in with, because that was the original concept for this tower, was for him to attack with a samurai sword. So this sickle on his wrist is a nice substitution for that. I'll try to get you a better look at it here. You can check it out from behind. It has a lot of detail in it. It looks like it pops out of a little container. I didn't notice that yesterday. Let's go up to check out level 1. I can see already that the big difference here is that he's got a jacket on, no additional sickle. He's still got abs. That's good. He hasn't been eating too much McDonald's. It doesn't look like the weapon changes at all. That's still exactly the same. Let me check out the backs of these while I'm looking real quick. It doesn't look like they get a backpack or anything. Okay, so moving on to level 2. This is when he starts getting his neon attachments. I love the neon on these towers. The more neon, the better. The whole thing could be a neon as far as I'm concerned. So that looks like the big difference between these two. He's got the hood on now and it has the cool glow on it. Now moving on to level 3, the only difference I'm noticing is the shoulder pads and the knee pads. You can check out level 2 there, and there's level 3. So not many changes between these different levels. Very small. The cool things that the level 0 Glad has are basically still the cool things that the higher levels have. But as you can see, the weapon remains unchanged. So checking out level 4, the only difference I can see is that the blade changes from this silver color to orange. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, this is pretty typical of towers that get abilities. Their physical look doesn't change very much. The big difference between the different levels is the ability. So that's why the Glad isn't really changing here. So I'll go ahead and move on to max level, level 5, always the coolest level. All of the neon gets dialed up to 11. The blade is now neon. He's also got some kind of ears on his hoodie. Those are neon, but that is it. There are no differences with the back or the sides of this skin. It seems like you get most of the cool benefit from the Vigilante Gladiator skin at level 0. And real quick before we move on, here is the Vigilante Gladiator's custom animation for the Warrior's Call. I love that these skins get their own animations because this looks so good. Okay, now we're getting to one of my favorite skins I would say it's my second favorite right after the Accelerator. The Vigilante Mortar, here it is at level 0, pretty plain Jane. I love this mortar tube itself. That's probably the best thing about this tower until we get to the actual animation at the higher levels. Not a lot going on here for the actual little Roblox guy. So moving on to check out level 1, he gets a jacket, but the mortar tube itself looks like it stays exactly the same. I think there's also something on his back. Okay, nice. This is when he gets a backpack. Backpack is very cool looking. It's got the fox on it. That's the theme for this crate. It's got a big old mortar. Actually, when he loads the mortar tube, he reaches around behind him and grabs that mortar and puts it in. I'll cut in some footage from yesterday's video showing you the actual firing animation at max level. So the big change here at level 1 is the backpack and the gloves. Okay, so that's the difference, the backpack and the gloves. Checking out level 2, we're gonna fly in from above. He has the exact same stuff. Looks like the mortar tube is the same as well. So the mortar tube doesn't get any changes from level 0 to level 2. I think that's different from the ducky mortar because I'm pretty sure that one starts changing pretty quickly. That means the big difference here is just going to be the headphones. Now we're starting to get to the cool stuff. So this is level 3. You can see how much has changed from the level 2. This one's pretty plain. The guy doesn't look like a professional. He's real amateur, but we go over here to level 3 and he has definitely been in the field for a while. This is a seasoned veteran of mini wars, with the big differences here being the mortar tube is larger. It's got more legs on it, it looks like. Yeah, definitely more legs, definitely bigger. And I think it's at this point that the mortar actually starts to bend forward when he loads the round in it. That's what's going on right here with this big circular area. That's the fulcrum that the mortar bends on. And as far as the actual guy himself, the backpack looks the same, but he's now rocking goggles and a face mask and a vest on his chest. Moving on to level 4. God, I love the way this mortar tube looks. Look at the cables running into the top from the bottom. That is really cool looking. He's also got the classic neon bolt. What is this guy? The Flash? These aren't even ears. They're straight up neon bolts on his head. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to max level. This thing is a beast. I didn't even realize how big the tube was. Wait a second. Did I not max out my mortars yesterday? Because I do not remember the mortar tube being this gigantic. Let's go. It's got the Fox logo on it. It doesn't have the cables on the side anymore, but it's got a lot of really cool glowing neon. This is my favorite mortar skin by far. I will be using this forever. So the mortar tube gets gigantic. I know the animation changes a little bit. I'll go ahead and play that for you right now. So this is the animation for the mortar firing. It is awesome. I love how the little Roblox guy actually gets up and jumps to load the round and then jumps back to the back for it to fire and covers his ears. I think it's really cool how this specific skin has a unique mortar animation. I'm never gonna get tired of watching this guy fight. So this is the first skin in this crate that I think is a must-have. You guys have got to pick this up. Even if you don't get all the skins, definitely get the mortar. You're not gonna regret that. And that finishes up the first half of this skin crate showcase. Now I'm gonna be getting into the Pyromancer, the Electroshocker, and the Accelerator. First up is the Pyro. This is not a tower that I ever really use, but I love this skin so much that I have got to put it into my lineup just so I can see this in game more often. First off, right off the bat, awesome gun. Love the giant fox face on it. Love the flames. I mean, this thing is a beast. If I saw someone walking down the street with this, I would run the other way and call the police. This is an awesome gun. Okay, so already at base level, he's utilizing the neon. You gotta love that. Oh, I forgot to take off the golden perk. So this skin does not come with the glowing golden perk. That's the golden crate. So overall, very awesome starting skin here. Love to see it. Let's check out level. What? He's got flames in his eyes. That is so cool looking, man. Did the other pyros have that? I don't know. I never used this tower. Well, either way, it doesn't matter for level 1 because he already gets his mask game going on there. So we have a mask here and he's got gloves. Those are the only significant differences between level 1 and level 0. The gun looks exactly the same and the mask is cool, but it's pretty plain compared to what it becomes. Let's check out level 2 because that's when he really gets the cool writing on the mask. Not sure what that says. I only speak one language. I am a stupid American. The gun itself does still look the same, which means the big change here is really just the mask. Heading over to level 3, this took me a second to figure out, but the only difference here is gonna be the belt. So he's got some fox grenades on his vest or belt that he's now wearing. That's the only real difference between those two levels. Really cool looking, but I'm excited to get into levels 4 and 5. These are the coolest looking levels. The gun doesn't look like it changes at all from the base level to this level. The big differences that I'm noticing here are the trench coat and the backpack. So the trench coat itself is a pretty cool addition. He's still got the fox grenades on his waistband, but now we get this really cool canister system on his back. It looks like before it was 2 medium-sized canisters. Now it is 4 small canisters. Level 5 mask is fire. The pyro skin is fire. Okay, moving on. The gun is way cooler looking. There's just so much attention to detail in the Vigilante skins. I think that you really got to have all of them. I got to say that whoever reworked these did a great job on them, because I've never really wanted to use the pyro, but now I've got to. And now we arrive at one of my favorite skins in this crate, the Electroshocker. Oh, look at how cute he is with his little fox ears, and he's got some kind of like fox symbols around his eyes. So much detail in these skins, I'm telling ya. Of course, level 0, not that impressive. Little tiny wimpy gun. At least it's got a fox on it. So let's go ahead and check out level 1. Same gun, but now he's got gloves and goggles. Let's go from level 1 to level 2. The big difference is this really amazing neon colored device on his back. I don't even know what it is, but it's where he draws his power from. This is what makes this skin my second favorite, because the Accelerator is really cool because his like whole arm is a gun. This guy has this thing on his back, and it's so unique for the Electroshocker skins and any other skins in the game. So that's the big difference here at level 2. So of course that means at level 3 he's got to step his game up. It doesn't look like he does a very good job though. Everything looks to be exactly the same, but the big difference here is going to be the knee pads and the vest, I'm pretty sure. Let me know down in the comments if you notice any other differences. Heading on over to level 4. This is amazing. I love this skin so much. This is just like the pyro. I'm going to be using the Electroshocker way more now because I want to see this skin in game. I love the contrast between the dark colors on the outfit and the electricity coursing through the weapon. It looks so amazing. So that is awesome, but not quite as awesome as the max level 5. I love how this guy looks like a cat. I know he's supposed to be a fox, but he looks like a cat. So the gun stays the same here, but we do get some more of these little coils coming out of his elbows for some reason. He might need to see a doctor about that. As far as I can tell, this back device is the same. And so the only real big change here at max level is the mask, which is fine with me. This is another skin that the devs knocked out of the park. This is a home run. Congratulations to them. I'm loving it. You have got to get this, even if you don't get all the rest of them. Be sure to pick up the Electroshocker. Now, without further ado, let's get to the best skin in the game. That's right. This skin officially knocks off the Nico DJ as my favorite skin. Of course, the character model is pretty plain here at level 0. The thing that really sets it apart from all the other skins is the gun. It is a giant freaking dragon head. You can see the teeth kind of in the middle. You can see the horns coming off the top. Already at level 0, he's got giant, massive neon colors, which I love. This is just, I mean, it's so cool looking. It's as big as his body. Even the canister's got personality. It's got big dragon wings coming out of it and a dragon head. Going over to level 1, he's got the helmet visor setup going on. Okay, let's move on to level 2. I think the big difference here is that he goes from having 1 canister to 2. Yo, yes! It becomes like double dragon heads here as well. That is so awesome. I can't stop looking at his awesome arm gun. Okay, so going over to level 3, let's see what makes this one different. I'm noticing some shoulder pads. I'm noticing some knee pads. No difference with the weapon or the canisters on his back. Let's go ahead and check out level 4. It's looking like the big difference here is the hood. So he pulls the hood up. That's got neon on it. He's also got some horns on there. So my dude has been hanging out with a dragon gun on his arm for so long. He is becoming a dragon. Very cool skin. Overall, I am really loving it, especially level 5. Let's check this out. This is god tier skin work. Now, I remember specifically being unhappy with the Ducky Excel. I didn't think they did enough with it. It didn't look cool enough compared to some of the other skins. They've totally changed that around here. This is amazing. The mask goes full face, so you get that change. He's now got a kind of mouth on there. Unfortunately, the gun doesn't change, or maybe that's fortunately, because that just means that you get the most OP level of the gun right from the very beginning. game. The canisters do change finally. They get some fans in the middle because they're overheating. They get a lot of wiring. They also, on their own, get some neon dragon stuff going on. Over here, you can see that the horns are not neon, but when you go to max level, they definitely are. Overall, just an amazing work of art. Everyone needs to have this. You guys have got to pick up at least this skin right here. I'm going to be using this on the Accelerator for the rest of my life. Let's be real. And now I'm going to go ahead and put up some footage on the screen right now of this tower in action. This is from my video yesterday, and it has the awesome animation of the dragon mouth opening each time the gun fires and then closing afterwards with a little bit of smoke coming out. That is such a minor touch that the devs didn't even have to add. This tower is awesome even without it. So that does it for the skin showcase. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the different skins down in the comments below. Do you think the shotgunner's kind of mid and the Accelerator is the best, or do you have a different favorite Vigilante skin? And on that note, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that like button with your forehead, hit the subscribe button with your big toe, and turn on notifications however you can so you don't miss any of my amazing upcoming content. And I will see you guys next time. Take care, be safe, and never forget what I always say, peace.